Neymar has officially left PSG and is now playing for Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia. And at least in my opinion, I feel like the biggest what if of Neymar's career is what if he had never left Barcelona? What if he had continued playing with Messi and Suarez? Would they have been able to continue winning La Liga titles? Would they have won another Champions League? But it just feels like Neymar went to PSG and his career just went downhill from there. They only made one Champions League final, not winning it in 2020. And it seemed like he was injured a lot. He didn't quite hit those same levels that he was at. And he had a really up and down time at PSG. And obviously now he is playing in Saudi Arabia and has left Europe altogether. And in Football Manager 2023, this is what he looks like. £195 million move to PSG. And honestly, his stats are okay. His goal scoring outputs are okay. But I don't think it's what we expected of someone who was signed for a world record transfer fee. So with that in mind, I want to roll back the clock. Neymar left for PSG in 2017. At the time, 25 years old. So what if we brought Neymar, 25-year-old Neymar, what if we brought him back to Barcelona? Let's rewind the clock and see what might happen there. Welcome back. We are now with a 25-year-old Neymar back at Barcelona, arguably where he belongs, but in the present time. So I've gone back to Football Manager 2018 and looked at Neymar's attributes, and his technical, mental, and physical attributes are all as they were at that time. And I'll tell you what, in Football Manager 2018, Neymar was absolutely insane. His current ability was 190. He was going to a potential ability of 197, and his attributes were nuts. I mean, he looks like an absolutely phenomenal player. It's almost hard to believe that a player that was this good had such a time at PSG. I feel like he was just kind of okay. But we're sticking him back in the Barcelona team where he belongs for the same transfer fee that he went to going to Saudi Arabia. And we are going to see whether he can carry the present Barcelona team to La Liga titles and to a Champions League. So I'm going to simulate this for 5 years, and let's just go forward 1 year to start and see how Neymar is doing then. See you in 1 year. Welcome back. And the last season, Barcelona won the La Liga title over Real Madrid on goal difference. 49-46, 3 points goal difference. Actually, it might have been head to head. But what an absolutely insane season. Let's look at their schedule and see how they did. And they won the Champions League with Neymar scoring the winning goal. Well, there it is. If he had never left, they would have won the Champions League. Oh, wow. That is absolutely insane. Also, I've just realized if you see worst team on here, that is supposed to be Liverpool. I just realized I used the same database as my perfect team, worst team. I guess you can see that video above. But he won the Champions League with Barcelona in his first season. And the Spanish Cup final. So they actually won a treble. Well, this just goes to show how good Neymar could have done. Let's actually look at how he did. 13 goals, 7 assists, 5 player of the match, but a 7.48 overall rating. Honestly, not a huge amount of goals, not a huge amount of assists, but a really phenomenal average rating. And you can't argue with scoring the winning goal in the Champions League final. Wow. All right. So season 1 is off to a blinder. Let's go forward 2 more seasons and see how he's doing after season 3. All right. Welcome back. So in season 2, Barcelona won the league again. And in season 3, they lost out to Real Madrid. Well, 2 La Liga titles, I would say that is nothing to be ashamed of. That is absolutely fantastic. Let's look at the previous season. Okay, knocked out in the round of 16 to Manchester City, it looks like, and losing the Spanish Cup final, but they did win La Liga this season. What about the following season? They lost to Porto, the Champions League quarterfinals to Porto. That's pretty disappointing. They did win the Super Cup, though. but it doesn't look like they won the Spanish Cup, losing out in the semifinal second leg. So certainly the second and third season's not as good. And it looks like we'll see how they do in the Club World Oh, sorry, they lost in the Club World Championship quarterfinal. So a little bit of a dip actually in seasons 2 and 3, I think. Let's see how Neymar is looking at this point. Fantastic average ratings. Goal outputs aren't phenomenal, I would say, but really solid average ratings. I mean, he's probably been one of their best players. Let's look at the milestones here. So, looking at how he did for Barcelona in season 1, obviously winning the Champions League. He was the player of the season, the midfield of the season, World Player of the Year, World Runner Up, and World Footballer of the Year runner up. That's fantastic. Runner up again here. Spanish First Division champions, Spanish League Player of the Year. He's been absolutely phenomenal, and he's gotten a lot closer to Player of the Year in Ballon d'Or than he did at PSG. Maybe still not quite hitting the heights we were expecting, but he's got 2 more seasons, and at just 28 years old, he is going to be moving to what should have been the prime of his career. So let's go forward to the last 2 seasons of this simulation and see how Neymar did then. All right, this is it. Final 2 seasons. Let's see how they did in season 4. Winning La Liga again. Wow, 10 draws. Quite a few draws, but once again winning La Liga. And season 5, Neymar has led Barcelona to 4 of 5 La Liga titles. I think he's done pretty well. How did Barcelona do in the last 2 seasons as far as the Champions League is concerned? Oh, knocked out to Man City in the Champions League semifinal. Calvin Phillips getting a goal to knock them out in the 93rd minute and losing out to Madrid. That's pretty disappointing. What about the following season? Oh, they lost to City in the Champions League final. Neymar playing and actually had a decent game. But 2 Champions League finals, 1 Champions League victory. I would say that's pretty good considering where Barcelona was without Neymar. Let's see how Neymar did then, looking at his career stats. I would say those are pretty impressive goal totals, but I think more importantly, actually 13 assists is really good. But more importantly is those average ratings. Phenomenal average ratings playing for Barcelona. Looking at the milestones in the past 2 seasons, nothing really huge there, so maybe not quite the heights that we were expecting from Neymar. But overall, fantastic player. I mean, he still looks absolutely amazing. So overall, Neymar, I mean, a Champions League victory and 4 of 5 La Liga titles. I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of better than he did at PSG, all things considered. So there is one of the biggest what ifs in Neymar's career. What if he had stayed at Barcelona? We took back 25-year-old Neymar, stuck him into the present Barcelona team, and he scored the winning goal in the Champions League final, as well as winning 4 out of 5 La Liga titles and a treble in his first season. Overall, fantastic stuff. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this what if simulation for what if Neymar had stayed at Barcelona. I hope everyone is having a wonderful week, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.